there? Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
Yes. Hello. Welcome again for this very after dark edition of Chaos Rain channel. As I'm Chaos Rain. And I've been holding off a while now to do this little broadcast. I think I did share it, or I should say I did something on this back in might be in 2019. If my brain started refresh. I've talked about the dirty foot bitches of outside America 2 years ago now, or a year and a half ago. And I've noticed this thing has been resurfacing for some time now. And I mean some time. For a reason, I don't know. But before I'll give my little rant on this, which is not really, well, it is somewhat important for those who will watch this or hear this. If you're new to this channel, don't be hesitant. Hit that, what they call that nice little bright red button on the right side of your phone or wherever. You hit that bing, and then you hit that top bell. That little nice little ringy bell. You hit the top bell. That's when you know where there are going to be uploads or what they call it, notifications. Rather, there's a live stream or upload here on Chaos Rain channel. Where the order must be restored, nonetheless. Now, I'm not really chaotic, nor I go by name Chaos Rain. I have not unleashed that inner darkness, that real chaotic in me on this channel like I should be. But, I take the more so-called balance scale approach, the Libra scale approach, or what you want to call it, on Chaos Rain channel. If you have not noticed, there were a couple of streams I posted, some dealing with money, cryptocurrency, tech, some dealing with relationships, particularly what the women could do better. There's so much content on here. I mean, some could be good, some could be lousy, some could be even better. Nonetheless, it's there for your consumption. So if you're not familiar with the Chaos Rain channel, don't be hesitant to subscribe today. And also, all of the video recordings and it is now on podcasting on Apple, Google, Spotify, and all those other audio recording podcasting. So I'm pretty much everywhere. Oh, another thing, you can also follow me now on Facebook, Eric Rain. You'll type in Eric Rain, you'll see the serpent with the spear, which we like to call the Chaos Order or the Chaos Rain symbol. You'll find that as well. Let me do this. So that is pretty much it. Now, why is this really, really, really resurfacing? Is it really that Black people in America really care what the Black man does with his phallus? Or what he does with his dollar bills, his coins, and like to go outside America and explore the higher or level regions of the Caribbeans and maybe Africa? But let's be honest, most Negroes today like to explore in the more Caribbean side of things. Not everybody wants to go to Africa because, most Black people have a aversion to Africa. They feel Africa is a dead city, dirty foot, all these little derogatory names they want to call it. Some that Black people, when they go back to Africa, they have a certain disdainful hate for their skin color or whatever you want to call it, or the propaganda that's put on what we like to call the discussionist of African people. Whatever the reason why Black people as a whole that doesn't really migrate or repatriate back to Africa, that's a much more of a deeper psychological issue that Black people have. But nonetheless, Africa is there. It's not going nowhere. And every Black person should try to make a conscious effort to get a good feel what Africa is, what it really is, for not only education purpose, but maybe financial opportunities. But it's not the stream for that. The focus here is, men traveling abroad. Are you seeking pussy? or power? Now, mind you, I could use a coded language on this, but that's waste of time. I'm just gonna be straight up front with you and blunt. And this question, I always had to sit back and think deeply, real deeply, and thinking, what is the plight of the black man in the 21st century? Is his mission to really seek power, or just one to engage more debauchery, more fornication, And like anything, I have conclude, like most people that uses their brain, that it's always seeking pussy. Hold on a second, guys. And should I knock it? I don't know. To be fair, honest, I think we're in a very much necessary position as men, black men specifically, as collective as a whole, to do some serious moves, some real damages to mark our territory on the world. And when there's real and deep conversations in regards to getting and upholding any form of power when it's necessary for our self-preservation, there's not much talk from what I'm hearing in my own ears when I listen to enough podcasting and eventually in a lot of videos on YouTube. Now it makes me wonder, why is it that the deeper fact, why does the black man seek pussy, more power? Because let's be honest, pussy is easy. Pussy gives you fulfillment. Pussy makes you happy. Pussy gives you joy. That's why the average black man in the 20th and going on the 21st century wants and needs pussy. He needs a lot of pussy. The more, the better. The more he needs to suck and eat and fuck and blow the back out. Pussy is a necessity. It is much higher than food. And because of this is one of the benchmarkers or one of the things that will stagnate and hold the potential of the average black man to really seek and fulfill his destiny. And that is to gain and attain power. Now, Chaos, why would you say that? Isn't it better to go out and soak your warrior oats and go and gather and try to fuck as much pussy as possible? Good question. I will answer you. Nothing's wrong with going out and soaking royal oats or getting the pussy you need. But like everything in nature, you must be able to conquer and uphold and control your environment, to impose your environment as best as possible before anything else are seeking what we call pussy, on the average. But like I said, most black men said they're thinking black men, so I'll hold them to that in regards. Now, me as a man, pussy's good to time, but I always focus on how could I better and try to at least get not only things economically, but how can I impose my environment as I get much older in life. And I think with most black men, because there is no direction, focus, you could lose yourself in your mission if you don't have no purpose, mission as a man, if you're over the age of 18 and around roughly late 30s, 35, on what you really, really want out of life. What is really purpose you're here on earth? And I hear this time after time after time again from other males. Some males that's maybe my age or a little older. They always tell you, the ones that got their ish in order, that you can never run out of pussy once you're on a path of purpose. And normally when you're chasing the money and trying to get assets and stuff, normally you'll find that pussy just miraculously falls on your lap. Really? I mean, the money, and I go out there and be the best version of myself, and I be productive, really productive. The pussy would just drop out of the sky and drop on my lap, like so, like right there, like it just drops right there. And some thinking black men or men that have experience always will say, "Yes, yes, yes." Now it's hard for the average black male today to believe that or think that's true. I don't blame them, especially if you're younger or so-called maybe old black man and you don't get much pussy. It's not a problem. There are ways to skin a cat, fellas. Now, the one thing to say with Ms. Jack, what he did, I think it was this week, in regards when he revealed about the men that go outside America and are tricking and potential, and they are paying for other non-black women because you know how we brothers are. When we go outside America, we're not seeking sad. Let me go find another nice slim built, or a sister that has nice thighs, big titties, and a nice ass. We out there looking for them non-black women, man. We're looking for the women that are whitish looking on the average, which they are, with that nice silky straight hair. That especially ones that's the dark straight hair. And they have just enough shape, just like a sister. So we can sit there, hold on it, squeeze on it, hug on that booty, and just go like this. And blow those, what they call Hispanic women's backs out. That's one thing we think of when we go outside the United States. And let's be honest, some men have agreed and admit that they are paying for the pussy. Now, most players will say that you shouldn't pay for nothing, which I agree. But like always, if you're a man that feels you're not confident and you know your money will stretch a little farther outside America, I would say, and like most men will do, they'll say, why not? Pull up that wallet, you know what I'm saying? Tell Mamacita, hola, yo, how much? Yeah. Now I'm not saying that most, well, let's be honest. Let's say black men outside are being licks outside America, going to South America, Dominic Republican, or all other Spanish speaking islands / countries. Well, most Latinas are happy and smiling, saying, "Ooh, I see an American man coming here. Let me see how much I should get some money off this poppy." You know what I'm saying? For a quick lick. Now that's kind of good for most non-black women, particularly white Latinas will do that. Spanish women. They're expecting that, and they will get it. Trust me, they will get it. And most of you Negroes, you niggas are gonna be paying, which is fine. But notice that it's funny how when they see typical black American men, when we speak and talk and move the way we do, that they only see us as lick, as they're seeing us a little bit more. And that's the nature of everything, if you think about it. Because let's be honest, the American dollar does go much further in a third world country than a first world country. Which I'll pull up the currency convert for a second. Let's do the math. Now it would be nice to travel there just to see and to get the experience of another country, particularly a Spanish-speaking country. But like always, for the purpose of this conversation, this broadcast, is the question should be asked, and it should be back in your mind if you're a fucking nigger. That's 25 and older, or particularly 20 and older. Are you thinking of power, or are you just thinking of the pussy? Because let's be honest, as the average black man, I'm speaking personally, and every black man will agree with this, regardless they'll think otherwise if they go back and listen to this, that we don't think about power in our endeavors throughout life. We think of how much we could sit there, engage in much sex, and how much we can get out of pretty much, well, not get, but let's be honest. How much push we can get while spending our time outside of America into a third world country, particularly a Spanish speaking country. One that will, you know, get our penis nice and, hard, and we could get satisfied noticing that I could screw any one of these Latin women. Either I go pay for it at a brothel, or I go to some little town, Providence, to give a little couple bucks here and there. And after a while, she's gonna get on her knees and suck this dick. One way or the other, most men, the average black man today, they do consider that tricking. And a lot of black men that do it, they agree and they're fine with it. But here's the logic thing about you're fine with that direction. You might not think that's tricking in a way because you feel that I need to spend my money where it's worth something. So let me go to a third world country. It's better. And they said the women are pure, they're not run down. These are idiot, stupid thinking. Any woman that's impoverished on the average is going to get a nice dick. Either to get by, which they do. There's videos on this. Or just straight up down, it's part of the culture. And we all know the third world country where most Spanish-speaking countries where the men do control their territory, you got to understand it's not black men run these territories in third world countries on the average. It is mostly Eurocentric / mixed men. What I mean, the ones they call the Italian Indians, or better yet, the ones that are Spanish-speaking. Spanish, that are white. Because we all know the history of people in third world countries that's in Latin America. They were conquered by the Spaniards. And we all know Spaniards are white. So you always got to think in the back head, how long would it take to bleach out the so-called Italian Indians that were probably more melanin rich, maybe red, maybe light brown, whoever knows their complexions. There's pictures on that. What they really were before the Europeans came by and colonized them. Well, a period of constant miscegenation creates what you call the Latino, the Hispanic. So when they talk about Italian Indians, they're not only Italian Indians once you've been miscegenated for over a few centuries. And you got to understand, man, these men that did what they did to third world countries like Latin America, like Dominic Republican, South America, etc., where part where you see a good lump sum of ones that look white looking, that is other groups of men that went outside their homeland and they were not thinking about pussy. Pussy is a byproduct after controlling the environment, or what I like to call imposing the environment. So, they create what we call the Latino for the last couple centuries that we see today. And yes, they are white identified. Don't be fooled, man. They are. And they still have a so-called patriarch mindset because, like I said, they've been conquered and fucked by another tribe / nation of people. So obviously when you come there, the women are going to potentially listen to you and go by ever endeavors, rules, and words or law, especially have your money out, because they are culturally trained to deal with and work with men. And if they don't, they get some punishment. Most likely they get punched in their face or beaten. And everybody said, "Oh, Chaos, why do you say such violent terms?" Because that's how they roll. Under a patriarchy controlled and run by non-black people, aka Eurocentric descents, that's how they conduct with their women. And it's not like up here in America. We all know in America, on the average, there is white collar beating of women. Some secretly, some, not out in the open, like we want to know about it. But it is there. It does exist. And that in America, women got more rights, unfortunately. So certain behaviors can't be allowed much that's possibly behind closed doors or in the open when we watch or see things on America. But outside America, it's like normal behavior. You do something out of line, woman, with your man, your husband or wherever, there's punishment. And that shows you how you control women. And that's how most Europeans deal with their women. They give what we call punishment and maybe reward. In America, the punishment and reward is usually systematic on the average. So don't be fooled that reward and punishment is not known in South America or other parts of Caribbean islands. It's rampant. And I'm not knocking it. That's how they deal with their women. Unfortunately, at the history of Black men collectively in the West, we're not known to be just giving physical harm to our women on the average. There are some men that have done it and have done it proudly, and then women deal with it and were tamped down. But the average Black man, and I say average, is not known to be just literally giving capital punishment to his woman, a Black man of today. Now, someone will say, "Oh, it's not true. I experienced beat." Yeah, you experienced beat because the man that you dealt with did not play with you. He already know that he probably will punch you in your face, beat you on stuff if needed. And sometimes he'll do it out of frustration. It's not right at all. I don't know if I can say it's wrong because a temperament of a man on how he deals with you when you don't follow his way or orders. What consequence will he give to you if you're in this relationship with this so-called man? And most likely, certain men will give a harsh physical punishment. Some. Is it the collective? Is it all Black men in the West? We call America the ADOS Black man or wherever? No. Because, let's be honest, majority of Black people function and operate from what they call a matriarchal. And with a matriarchal, there's certain things men are not going to do certain things to women unless there's going to be punishment amongst the group of men. Whether it's your brothers, your uncles or fathers, and maybe some outside forces of other Black men, possibly. And I say possibly because now, today, most Black men, we just sit on the average, they'll sit there, watch a fight go down, they'll pull out their phone, they'll say World Star Hip Hop and call it a day. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Unfortunately. But like I said, Black women have it really easy with the average Black man, not only in America, but anywhere outside America. Because there's certain training Black men are instilled through birth. Because let's be honest, men, you could agree with me with this. A lot of Black males today have been raised for the last 40 and actually now almost 50 years with their mother in America. So obviously, there's no way in hell most of these boys are going to sit there offend their mothers on the average. For the Gen Zs, I don't know. This is a different generation. They'll do anything now. They'll say, "The hell with it." I'm gonna do me. But anybody, if you're like a millennial or a Gen Xer, you might have it easy. If you're a woman seeking a mate, that's probably your best bet. But these new generations, no, they're not gonna play that shit, ladies. So even to a deeper notion that, as you know, most Black men on the average today in America are not gonna always abandon ship in America and go elsewhere with their money. And the reason why that is because most black men are too westernized. A lot of them are territorial. And the other thing, a lot of them got the money to really travel out like that. Because to really travel, you gotta have a certain income. You gotta know how to budget your money. You gotta know finance to the degree where if you make 42 or less, you have to really be smart on how you spend your money. I'm not talking about dudes that's 60K or greater. They could probably do this much easier. Well, if you like 42 and lower, you're gonna have to really budget properly if you're gonna travel like that for more than 2 weeks. And most black men today, because if they say that's the average today, and they're not really giving themselves opportunity to really seek other options like that, they're not gonna get out their comfort of their own neighborhood, much less their own city, to travel to a third world country to find and sling dick on some non-black poom. And that's just the reality. So even back to the Minister Jap, kind of going a little off topic, but I'm gonna stay center. That what Minister Jap said about certain black men are being pervs, maybe having sex with women that they don't know what age they are. And to be honest with you, most black men on the average don't really give a fuck. And that's the honest truth to Minister Jap, because let's be honest, if a man's not getting it like that and he doesn't like what he considers the quality of women here in America, either he's getting some or not getting any, which I believe most of them not getting much poom here. Now, they could be sexually awkward, might not have no mouthpiece. Whatever the reason is, they're not getting like that. So when you hear complaints about the quality women, the question should be asked, and a lot of women should do this test. If you're dating this dude or wherever case maybe you're dealing with this Negro, you have to ask where this is going. You might have to put the pressure on him, ladies, because I know most people don't think about it, but if you're a woman and you seeking more than what you're trying to get, then you're going to have to throw that question at him and put him through the test. Because let's be honest, most dudes not going to be honest and be mode one. Would you ladies say, I just want to fuck and I just want to keep pushing? If every black man was really upfront honest with a woman that he wants to have sex with, it makes me question, and everybody should really put some deep thought. How much pussy you think you're going to get if you tell a woman, say, listen, I just want to fuck, nothing more, nothing less. Are we fucking or not? How fast is that woman? Or what, like most black men will say in these circles, how fast that black bitch is going to pull down her panties and spread it wide open, bust wide open, so I can shove it in? We all know the answer to this question. Not many. I mean, there's not many at all, because some women, on the average, they will look at you, and in the first less than a minute or two, they will decide if they want to give it a pussy or not. That's how women think. They could look at you right now and know that they're gonna really just say, "I'm gonna fuck you tonight." The only thing you gotta do is you don't say something stupid to fuck it up. And 9/10 of the time, when a dude opens his mouth and say something stupid, he just turn off the pussy. And some women will admit, they'll tell you, say, I was gonna give this man some pussy, but when he opens his mouth and says something and it was something stupid, it made my pussy dry up. It happens. And trust me, it does happen. But like I said, if you upfront honest with the ladies, or what they call the lovely ladies, by Dan Sperling, she'll give you a yes or no. And it comes to, again, that this is another good notion, that this will cut out a lot of games, because let's be honest, if you guys spend more than $200, hell, even $300 on a date, and you didn't get no pussy after the first night, which most dudes, when we spend money, we expect some out of it on the average, you feel like you're a big fool. Now, having a good mouthpiece will fix all that. because that'll weed out some of the bullshit. That's one way. Or the other way, you go mode one, which what Al Raj Curry did present and has created and has been very effective for the last roughly 30 years now. It makes more sense and really is the more safeguard for you, especially if the end game is you just want just to get in her access to her pussy. It's a straight honest truth. But like I said, one of the greatest fear the black man has, besides anything else, that he needs to overcome is his fear of rejection. Rejection is the part of life, gentlemen. Get used to it. Love it. Respect it. That after you get rejected by one bitch, you go and go find another bitch and you try your shot again. You shoot your shot again. That's the name of the game. You can't give up. You know how most good athletes win their first tournament, their title? They had to take a lot of shots. And they're going to miss. But every shot they take, one's going to drop. That's all you need. One bucket. And you on and going. You're going to be set on fire. Or I should say, you're going to be on fire. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Check. All right. So, like I said, what Mitch Jap did was excellent. It's too bad the brother didn't left it up because it took it out. I mean, I would probably go out there and probably hit him up, see if I could give a little change here and there to get that full video because I think that's very important. But like I said, like him, he has been going at black women throughout his YouTube career. And now when he brought some criticism to the fellas, it's not he's not doing it to put a slap in the face to you fellas that go out there and pay for women outside America for some pussy. No, it's how you go about it. That he's criticizing what's really going on. And like any black man, he's looking out for you. And most black men, we should be our own best keepers, brothers keepers. That what we're doing could be foul and fucked up, and we should be better. And we should hold each other accountable, at least. Because God knows these women not going to hold themselves accountable, fellas. You know this is to be a fact. They're not holding themselves accountable. They will go out in life all day, every day. And be doing the same fuck up shit and won't learn from the fuck up. But men, we got to be more responsible and accountable to what we do because the example has to be set. That's really actual leadership. And really, truly, you shouldn't let depend no bitch to really be in any leadership role to really be held accountable. You know, you have to be accountable as men. You know, and they're going to have to learn and watch and lead by us. You know. So like I said, shout out to the minister because he did good work on that video. You know, I wish I saw it from the beginning, but like I said, I catch things before they are either taken down and stuff. But I think that's a well thought out idea and live stream he did to go into what he discovered. And some black men in a lot of spaces have admit that they are tricks and they're paying for it, and it's not a bad thing. But, you know, like I said, you can't be your own criticism about what men said and you think it's not a problem, but you have a problem what other dudes do in this country with women that are able to get it or not. I mean, like I said, you know, if you're a man that's out there, out in the third world country, you just spend money just to get some nice pussy here from time to time. And after a while, you come back to America and you gotta deal with this. I mean, you got to have some soul searching and some serious reflection. You can't live a bachelor life forever, black men. And one thing I would take what Mr. Sperling has said, Uncle D said, is as you get older, you have to think of legacy, you know, purpose. You know what I'm saying? What you want to leave, what's your real benchmarker in this world. And if you're only here for a period of time, just to soak your royal oats, go out there and fuck as much, coochie and spend money, then by all means go right ahead. But you won't be respected. You know. Now some men won't tell you this, but overall, when we look at overall, you gotta have a better purpose. And I think most men they invest too much time and spend money on gain access and paying for the pussy, rather here in America or outside America, than really getting hold of real power where, once you actually facilitate yourself real well, that this pussy will just come really for free, to be honest with you. And trust me, women will spend money on you, fellas, if you put yourself in a good position. But a lot of women won't tell you that because a lot of women like when you're out there being a nice, quick lick. So, like I said, when you hear these femininity channels, these level up channels, you actually giving more fuel to the fire to what's already out here in this environment. They say, oh, you niggas ain't gonna be a certain way. I could get some money off you quick, and you will not even whiff the pussy. And whoo, that will hurt when women are doing that on a more massive scale. But like I said, most dudes will think, I don't have to play this game. I go to another game and I'll spend money elsewhere. Well, that's fine. But other women outside America say if you are a Negro here in America and you're not even getting what you want here and able to conquer the women here properly, you damn sure won't conquer them over there effectively. The only way you're going to get anything from them, you're going to have to make sure your wallet's nice and fat. This ain't Pornhub or all this other porn videos where you show the non-black men, the white men especially, out there pulling out some couple money in their currency to sit there, take off their clothes, their necks, and next they get naked, next give them a couple more money to suck the dick, and the rest is history. The rest is history. But anyway, let's check this currency converter before I wrap this up. Let me see. Where is it? We're going to take a look and see how far my money goes in these third world countries. Let's take a look. All right, here it is. All right. So the people out here, this is going to be educational. Get myself set up. Let's say for the average male is 42 grand a year. We're going to start off with a country. And we're going to break down certain things the best as possible. I'm going to find a Spanish-speaking country. Let's look. Let's start with Brazil. All right, if I made, let's say the average male, black male today makes 42 grand a year. That looks accurate. Okay, 42 grand a year. How much my money goes? In Brazilian money, the Brazilian real, you're looking at, if a man makes that a year, and that's circulating from America to this country. This is where you look at your money and your strength of your dollar goes. You roughly are, on the average, roughly approaching $250,000. So you'd be like roughly maybe 2 or 5% of men in that country in regards to wealth or money, resource, little money you got, if it's transfer over in Brazilian. That's in Brazil. Now we can go even deeper. Let's go to the next one. Let's look at another Spanish-speaking country. Let's look. And I'm only picking the ones that is more popular around a lot of podcasts and YouTube space. I'm trying to find one good one. Hey, we could try Cuba. There's two different currency. Let's try the Cuba peso. If you're a man that's making the average of $42K a year, let's say it's transferred over Cuba. You're a millionaire by their money. That's a lot of pussy I could buy. Or I could have a lot of women come to my spot if I'm a millionaire in Cuba. It's like that sound that goes like this, man. I'm gonna enjoy a lot of, hold on. I'm gonna enjoy a lot of this. That's a lot. Anyway, let's move on. What else? Let's try another Spanish-speaking country. Going down. No, that's not good. I'm trying to find one other one. Oh, let me try a Dominic Republican. The Dominican Republican peso. Woo-wee. With 42 grand a year, the average black male, you're like a millionaire times another millionaire. $2,397 and convert it into Dominican Republic in their pesos. It just gives me flashbacks. I'm gonna play that shit again, cause that sounds sweet as fuck, yo. All right, yeah, that sounds sweet as fuck. That's how much in the Dominican Republican pesos. Let's go further. Let's look down. All right. I did Brazil. I did Dominican Republic, the top country that most us Negroes like to travel. Let me see if I can find a Spanish-speaking country. Now, I would pick another Caribbean island, but we all know you Negroes y'all want them nice Latinos, the nice white-looking one, the one with straight hair, the nice white skin, nice round booty. Let's hope it's real. In South America, you always gotta be suspect because sometimes they get the booty injections and all that stuff, but that's no story. And the nice big titties, all that, like an hourglass, you know what I'm saying? Let's check. I'm trying to find this. Where is this? Where is it? Let me see if I can find another Spanish-speaking country. Oh, let's try Mexico. Let's see what Mexican. Which one? We're gonna do Mexican peso, not the new one. At 42 grand a year, you're looking at you on the average. You are not even a millionaire, but 870K of that year sounds good enough. That's not gonna ask. Matter of fact, I can't play that song because we could do better. But 870K, we could work with that. I could buy a lot of tacos, some nice Latino women, Mexican women, And I find it, there are videos right now, if you notice, they have some real black women in Mexico. Very beautiful looking ones, These women are very dark. They have somewhat of the what they call the little bit of the nappy head, but really is curly. So they are just really, if we think about real Afro Latinas, the real dark ones, especially ones, very beautiful, very beautiful. So I ain't gonna knock Mexico because they do have them out there, you know. Oh, another country I do remember now, Colombia. Yes, Colombia. Let's find Colombia. Hmm. Okay, the Colombia Pesa. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. We're looking at $149 million. I am a millionaire over and over and over and over again. Woo-wee. Matter of fact, screw that. I'm probably gonna vouch for the brothers. Maybe you should invest in Colombia better. Cause my money goes a lot further. I don't know if any other black man that makes greater than the average, but if you do, Colombia might be a nice spot still. Now I think about it. Mm, mm. That's nice. That's nice. Let me see if I can think of one more Spanish speaking country. That's no. Hmm. Let's look. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, shout out to DJ Kudo. Kudo for that. All right, let's look. Um, See if I can find one more Spanish speaking country. All right. Well, this is not a Spanish speaking country, but I heard about the Philippines. So this will be well, it'll be one of them. How much my money goes far in the Philippines? Okay. $2 million. So if you're an average earner, quote unquote average, $2 million, it's good. You get all the Philippine women. Most Philippine women are darker skinned on the average, so they say. But your money moves far. It's okay. Not bad. Let's look. Okay. Let me see if I can find another country. The Dominican Republican. I might do Africa. Just one African country. I know one dude was talking about it. I don't know if it's Eritrea or Ethiopia. I did Mexico already. I did Philippines. Not Peru. No, they don't travel Peru. You could try Spain. Might as well. The Spanish peseta. All right, they're gonna replace it. The Spanish peseta is replaced by the euro. So they're gonna replace this. But right now, as it stands, if you were making average earning 42K a year and you transfer over to Spain, you look at you're like $5 million and 848 something. Not bad money, not bad at all. All right. I'm enjoying this. Yeah, this is good. This is real good. Okay. And scrolling down. Now we're gonna try Africa. I'm gonna pick two countries. We're gonna start with Eritrea, and last we're gonna look at Ethiopia. With Eritrea, you're looking at 630K if you make 42K a year in American currency transferred to Eritrea. That's fair. Now let's look at Ethiopia, the last one. Ethiopia money? Woo! God, I love Africa. I might have to visit Africa one of these days. I'm gonna visit Africa. I'm not sure which part of Africa, but I gotta visit Africa. Right now, we're looking at Africa, Ethiopian birr currency. When you convert 42K average earner into that money, you're looking at $1 million and 686. So there's so much. There's so much. If you're making 42K a year, this is the average earner for black males in America. If they decide to take their little money elsewhere, it goes much further. I think the one thing that wins out of all this is Colombia. All other countries, you look at $1 million, but Colombia by far is the most your money is going to go for throughout this little experiment. And to make things even better, let's turn up a little bit since we're on here again. And people should ask, Chaos, why is it when you do this type of presentation, you got to have the currency converter? Because you got to know how far your money's going to go, people. You don't want to just go out this country and you spend your hard-earned bucks, your hard-earning money, and it doesn't get much value when you convert in their currency. Now, if you're really in touch, you know what the money is every time you travel, but and understand what is this in currency, etc. Okay, let's see how much $1 is. $1 in Ethiopian money is 40 bucks. Let's go for it. $1 in air train, $15. $1 in the Spanish peso, $139. Woo! Woo! Now, for most men don't understand, I'm not sure if I ever told y'all this, gentlemen, but I remember there was one dude on YouTube a year ago, roughly of 2020 maybe, or the end of 2019. This particular black man that's probably now going to be 50 this year, he has some issues with women in America, particularly black women. And I'm not sure the man was ever married. Well, this man, like many men that don't got or doesn't have real strong self-esteem towards self, he was giving money in the form of Cash App to particular women off WhatsApp app. He was giving these women, these so-called women from Latin countries, particularly was it Dominic Republican or whatever they call it. He was giving these women like $24 on a Cash App. Mind you, this is Dominic Republican now. He was in America and he was meeting these chicks online, aka WhatsApp app. And these women will forward this so-called simp dude pictures of them, maybe some pictures of them naked, possibly, to give them or give this so-called brother or gentleman the illusion that he might have a shot of whiffing and engage in some nasty sex, some wonderful sex, that good sex with these women, which we don't know what their ages are, but most men nowadays, when you go outside America, you'll be fucking anything that could be of legal age. We don't know. But let's look at this. And this is the Dominican Republican. So if this man was cash shapping a Dominican woman $24 just to see a picture, we look at this and we say Dominican or peso. $1 is $57. That's in one American US currency converted into their currency is $57. This man was cash apping these ladies, these Latin white ladies, particularly white looking ones, but I'm not going to detail, $25. He was giving these bitches almost 15 grand. Now do the math. To most brothers that are not really understand the dangers of this is that if they know that you're a man that doesn't have a mouthpiece and not good with women or not have confidence with them, they will take you for a lick. And this is one thing that I don't think Mr. Jack really explained in detail, which, is irrelevant because he has a strong platform and how he goes about his dissertation is different than how I would do or anybody else do it. But we should do the numbers and do the number crunching on how much my money goes outside America. Now, I've done a few live streams on this already. And doing this again is for really not only for entertainment purposes, but for education purpose as well. So hold on. So that's in Dominic Republican. So let's step it up a notch. That's in the DR. So let's say if another brother or black man cash apps a woman that lives in Colombia, which the money goes a lot further than any other third world country. Let's say a man gives $25 to a Latina woman. Let's look at this. Where's Colombia? There it is. Look at that. Now everybody said 88K, 83 is that seemed like a lot of money. And to me, I'm being honest with you people, that is a lot of fucking money. This is their currency and their currency. Now everybody said that, well, it might be different. It might not mean shit. I disagree. Because I know some brothers that done channels on traveling, they tell you their experience in regards, and these are men that not only having fun fucking Latin women on a regular, but they're establishing business, handling business, and probably if they're smart, attaining power. They're up there probably looking for housing or some portion of a land, wherever case may be, are there to take their hard-earned money, which go further, and try to establish something real nice down there. If you're a man, a black man, and you up here don't have it easy with ladies and don't have that mouthpiece, wherever case may be, and like I said, mouthpiece for the average black man, because like I said, we live in a digital age. So in the digital age, by default, you're going to be antisocial. You're not going to escape it. You're not going to be upfront and talking and communicating with people. You're going to develop a certain mentality of comfortability of texting instead of open your fucking mouth with the opposite sex. That you will sit there and find a woman, or a woman will find you on the internet and will try to sit there, beg you, say, if they know some English, which they don't, but with the brilliance and the advancements of technology, if they're communicating via Facebook, IG, or whatever, or WhatsApp in English, they will sit there tell you their problem. Or hell, they'll do something better. They'll tell you, say, I got some pictures for sale. And you ask how much. They'll put in so-called American currency, they'll ask you, oh, picture $25 or $15 a picture. And lo and behold, you will cash app these women, or I should call these ladies, or whatever you want to call them, some money in their currency, they will be very much comfortable. Now, mind you, they do this times 5 or 10 or 15 people in America or more. $25. So let's say $25. Or let's throw a number. Let's say they do this with 5 people. 25, 50, 75. Wait, 25, 50. If they did this with 4 people, that's $100. They make almost that amount of money in their currency. And we keep going adding on to numbers. You do the math. So this is the reason why I do this. Education purpose only. Most men are going to do what they're going to do anyway. But for those that's young and don't know what the hell's going on, this is learning. So pay attention. Children. Let's go down. Let's try another country that is like $1. I don't know if I did Cuba, but let's do Cuba. It's $25 in Cuba. And next country. The next country I will do is, let's see. I'm trying to find it. Let's do the Philippines. That's a little bit easier. Actually, where'd the Philippines at? I passed it. Oh, no, I didn't pass it. Oh no, matter of fact, let's try Mexico. Mexico is $20 still. And like I said, $1 is $20 in their currency. So imagine you follow the same scenario and a girl will ask you if you want to see a picture or want to communicate or whatever the problem she has. She asks for a $25 cash app. She's making $518 off of one person. It's a lot of money. So back to $1. Go down. All right. Let me find Philippines. Now the Philippines, $1 in the peso is roughly almost $50, $48.40. Now I'm not sure the Philippine women will be asking to sell their pictures off WhatsApp app and you cash app them $25, but let's say they do that shit. They're making $1,000, $1,200. And one more country. We're gonna do Ethiopia. I'm not gonna do Eritrea. We know Eritrea is already. It's $40. And I don't know if I did this already, but if I did, I apologize. Oh no, South America. That's the last country. Yes. Now I remember. South America. Where is he? South America. Or is it Brazil? My fault. Because a lot of dudes go to Brazil. So how much is $1? $1 is $5. So if you're going outside this country and your money wants to stretch, Brazil might not be much favor because that's like certain other third world country that's like $5. And let's say the same rules apply. A nice Latina woman from Brazil wants to cash app them $25 for a picture or whatever. They're only making $100.38. So, that's pretty much it. Stop this. That's pretty much it. So in conclusion to all this, that, like always, if you're a man on your grind purpose, your only end game is to seek power. Pussy is a byproduct once you're a man that's on your grind purpose. Anything less than that, you're not grinding hard enough. Now, a lot of men don't want to hear this because they feel say, well, I work hard. I'm doing either average or possibly above average. I should be entitled to something. And I'm thinking to myself, the world doesn't owe you or me any understanding. The world doesn't give you shit. It's not entitled for nothing to you. You're going to have to take everything. You're going to have to grind and work hard for everything. And power, if you're the average black man is not seeking power or wants to see power, the byproduct of anything is you get nothing. The reason why this black bitch act the way she is because we're not in a power position like we are in the West, we call, as we seek or want as men, black men, entire. Now, does that mean that she should be ungrateful and make your life live in hell? Hell fucking no. And you as man, you should not tolerate disrespect or any woman that's making your life even harder than it should be. You gotta have some confidence and positive towards yourself. And one of the things is that you should not tolerate shit from any woman. And I'm hoping at the end of the day that most of you black men that will listen to this, that once you're on your purpose and on your grind, and you're seeking more than just the crumbs and you want the whole table for yourself, instead of being seeking the seat of the table, we might get farther. We might. I feel that, it's going to come to a point where you as a man, you're going to look into life and want something more than just want to just be fucking everything in a place. We can complain about Pookie and Rary all they want, but at least one thing is evident, that women are going to be attracted to dudes that are going to show that it could protect and potentially provide. And also they could blow their back out. If you can't do 2 of the third or 1 of the third real well, then obviously, the quality of pussy you get is going to be what it is. It is what it is. And at the end of the day, a man should always seek and be on some purpose. I don't want to hear about, most of y'all dudes talking about y'all out there and you talking about how much pussy you get. To me as a man, when I hear that, it looks like you're not on no grind or purpose. You should be conquering most of these territories. And we should be on that direction now more than ever while things are up for grab. There's a lot of things up to grab here in America, and there's a lot of things up to grab outside America. But, as long as you're operating on an individual mindset and you're not working with other black men to accomplish this greater good, all that's for a waste of time in my mind. But, it is what it is. Like I said, for all the men that's out there, tricking it for those, third world country women, that's cool. I mean, like I say, you get what you pay for, make sure it's worth it, but don't come back to America and then come bitch about what you don't get here. If you're spending things out your wallet and you're ending out your wallet, that's all you deserve. You know what I'm saying? And that's what most women are expecting. So, I got to give a shout to a few people, to DJ Kuda, to all the players out there, Sism, and we go from Platinum Elite, all the, those dudes. So this is good live stream. Down the line, there will be some other uploads and some future live streams down the pipe. I probably will be covering the last few parts of the financial part of things on this channel. And then next thing I probably will move on is some other things that we could do to, better ourselves, how to podcast properly, things that will matter down the line, which we all could do. Especially if you're doing other works besides doing videos. Some of us could do podcasting, but we don't know how to do it. So I'm hoping to get in contact with a few brothers that's in that area. But I'll leave it there. Thanks for listening, and check me out on the next upload or live stream. Until next time.
They make it publicly clear. Never mind who you thought I was. I'm Rick James, bitch.
Niggas,